Sagittarius couples. This is Amber with Lives in Sync Tarot. Thank you so much for being here. So, we're going to start with your Romance Angels card to open up the reading. And then we're going to do an additional Oracle card at the end of the reading. And talk about what the extended reading will be about. To extend on the already existing general reading. So, Sagittarius couples, what does Spirit have for you for February 2018? You had two cards. Trust, the situation is calling for you to have faith. And heart-to-heart conversations, honestly discuss your feelings with each other. I feel like you're going through some hard times. I felt that before, but it feels like you're going through some things with your partner. It feels like maybe they're doing something behind your back or something is happening. But I feel like it's something positive. It's not as bad as you think it to be. And soon you will be discussing that, or there's a need to discuss that energy. Or that situation. Okay. I'm hearing you left the ball in their court. I don't know what that means to you. I don't know why I'm getting basketball references, but I'm hearing like you left the hoop open, the goal open. That might not even be basketball. I don't know. I don't know sports. I know that they exist. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You had two cards fall out. I'm going to talk about that in a second. So you had the King of Pentacles and the Two of Swords fall out. So with these two cards, I feel like what you know to be true as far as your relationship, as far as things that are physical, this may be your home life or job, anything of that nature, is in an indecision. Okay, but because this is a love reading, it feels like you feel like your relationship is in an indecision spot. You don't really know what to do. You're just kind of standing there waiting for things to happen, watching, paying attention, but you're doing it mentally. I don't really feel like you're saying much. You may be saying a little bit just to see if someone digs themselves into a hole, but I feel like you're doing more mental thinking, and you're trying to hold your composure and not jump to conclusions because you want to see truth. So your overall energy is the Six of Swords. Okay, so the Six of Swords talks about moving forward, and that's what you're trying to do this month, is move forward from a separation, whether this be mentally or physically, with some sort of knowledge or some sort of understanding if something new is going to happen or not, if things are going to change. So in the past, you have the Page of Pentacles. This may be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. I'm feeling very strong Capricorn vibes. There's a Devil card on the table. I heard Taurus too. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay. So I feel like you're learning. This is a learning process. This is not an offer. But for some reason, you're not sure about it. It's very interesting because I feel like you're not sure about it, but you're holding on to whatever is left just in case. You're not going to do anything to ruffle any feathers. You're not going to do anything to make any sudden moves. But you're definitely paying attention. Yeah. You had the Devil card come out again. There's definitely something you're dealing with. There's definitely some heavy energy. You also had the Ten of Cups in reverse. So something isn't making you happy, Sagittarius. Something isn't going in sync with your happiness when it comes to your relationship. I feel like you're at the control of someone else. Okay, so in the present moment, you have the Queen of Cups. And for your influence, you have the Devil card. There it is. Like I said before, you're being extremely compassionate and open, but you're also trying to be intuitive and pay attention to things, but you're doing it with class, okay? You're doing it with class. The influence is that there may have been some messages. This flew out of the deck. I wasn't even trying to pull out any cards. There may have been some messages or something that you noticed. This could be messages in their inbox. This could be messages on their Facebook. This could be messages on their text. Someone could have told you something, or you just even feel like Spirit is sending you messages. Because of the Queen of Cups, it could also be intuitive, okay? But with the Devil card, you definitely feel like something is there, like something is resurfacing. It feels like something from the past is resurfacing, and you're trying to fight the good fight. And what I mean by that is you're not going to push buttons unless buttons need to be pushed. I don't see you doing that, Sagittarius. You have the Nine of Cups in reverse and the Two of Wands in reverse. So whatever this is not cooperating with what you want to move forward with this relationship. And it's not making you happy. So this is something you don't like. Maybe your partner could be slipping into old habits, or you feel like they're slipping into old habits. And that's what this Eight of Wands is about. So the recent influence is the Hermit. For some of you, I'm hearing like they got some money and then they disappeared. Okay? But it's like your spidey senses are tingling and telling you something is wrong. Maybe they're in their head a lot, or they said they need to do some thinking about what it is that they want or where they're going in life. Because it seems like everyone's doing a lot of introspection this month. A lot of changes are happening and they don't know really how to deal with it. But it's interesting because even though they feel that way, I feel like things are moving forward with the Knight of Pentacles. Things are moving, but things are moving slowly. They're not making any moves to disrupt the relationship, but it's almost like you see something underlying, or you know something underlying. Three of Pentacles, maybe you feel like it's a person at their job or someone related to their work that they may be cheating with. But this just feels like it's not a meeting of the minds. So whatever it is that you're working on with this person to do cohesively, it doesn't feel that way. It doesn't feel cohesive. Because either you're in your mind or they're in their mind. if you're in your mind, you're thinking about what you deserve, what it is you really want, what makes you happy. And there's some situation in here that's not making you happy. You have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, the Hermit, and the Nine of Swords. So you don't feel like something is growing the way you want it to. I'm hearing like you may have said it was okay in the past, but for some reason it's coming back up in your mind. And you're thinking about this even more, and you're worried. Okay? You're worried that something that you've always wanted may not take mold completely. To me, I'm thinking that this is marriage, a child, buying a home, going back to school, something like that. Okay? But I don't feel like you're saying it out loud. I feel like you're telling your partner like it's okay. But inside, you feel differently. So your negative influence is the Two of Pentacles. There it is. This is you trying to balance things. This is you trying to make everything okay. Trying to balance your feelings, what they want, what you want, and trying to be the stronger or bigger person in the situation. But what's happening is you're not getting what you want. You're not going to get what you want by doing that. You have to discuss your true feelings. I mean, if a person really loves you and wants to be with you, then they're going to accept, right? You have the Four of Swords in upright, Magician, and Nine of Cups in reverse. Yeah. It feels like you're taking a rest because you don't want to push things. You don't want to push your power. But you have the Magician in this spread, but we'll get there. You don't want to push your power because you don't want them to be moody. You don't want them to walk away. You don't want them to think of you in another way as not being that perfect person for them. So you are retracting your power, okay? Your hopes, the Emperor, is that they'll make the decision. You're hoping that by you balancing things out, that either you will come to the conclusion that you're okay and safe where you are and you don't need anything more, or that they'll make the decision for you and you won't have to make the decision. But either way, it's about the decision not being made, or you not coming out of how you feel. You have the Queen of Cups in reverse, the Hangman in reverse, and the Page of Wands in reverse. Yeah, you're hoping that your compassion, that you have enough compassion to sacrifice your needs and not move forward on whatever this is, on this new venture that you want, this new opportunity. Now we're going to talk about, actually let's do your environment. You have the Queen of Wands. Okay, this could be another fire sign. This is an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Now, I feel like they want to be with you. I feel like they want, this is the thing. They really like you, love you, like or love you. And this is why I say that, because it feels to me, for some of you, that they're not saying the word love, but they do. They love you. Okay? They want what you want. But they also want to be happy and have a sense of freedom and be able to have fun. It feels like this is centered around fun. Okay? Like they want to have fun. They want that abundance that you bring. You have some sort of stability about you that they like, okay? But they want to have fun still. Sorry, Sagittarius, my memory card was full. So, I don't know where I left off, but I said they don't like that feeling of being tied down. Okay. When they feel that feeling of being tied down, it's not that they run, but they're not as interested, and you don't want that to happen, okay? Okay, so I'm hearing like they make it seem like they get attention from other people. They don't. And I feel like that's a message that you need to hear. Okay. They do, but they don't. Like, it's focused on you. Let's be serious. It's focused on you. Even though they're trying to act like they're a free agent and all that, they're really not, okay? But I feel like they don't want kids. They don't want kids or some sort of like steady abundance, okay? Um and what the thing is so interesting is I'm hearing they're not being true to themselves. They're being true to their old self, but not their new self or who they're supposed to develop into being. So I'm going to leave that there. When Spirit gives me a message like that, I don't go no further. Okay? So let's talk about the 1st to the 15th. You have the Magician. Okay? So you have all the power in your hand. The 1st and the 15th. Whether or not you want to open up about that situation, that's on you. But I feel like you do. I feel like you prioritize or bring some sort of awareness to the situation. But I feel like you're touching on the subject. I don't feel like you're diving in. Okay? It's like you're planting that seed in their mind about what it is you want to try to put an end to a situation. Okay? But you don't want to do too much too fast. It's like you want to see where it is, okay? Because you're not happy. I mean, you're happy, but you could have more. You want to nurture something more stable than what you have now. And you have patience with their indecision. So I don't feel like they're going to give in. I just feel like you have patience about the situation. You're not going to push them about it, okay? So the 15th through the end of the month, you have the 10 of Swords, and there comes an end to that, okay? So I feel like there's an end to the situation, to this situation, which means that there's going to be a commitment or some sort of rules being made, okay? So you're going to revisit it, talk about it, discuss it, and make some sort of conclusion about the situation. I feel like it's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy because they're a person that likes that free energy, okay? And I feel like they're going to be confused. There may be some time where they stop talking for a little while. But I feel like it's because they're trying to process what's happening, okay? So be aware that that may happen. They may retreat into themselves. But if they're on a higher vibration, I do feel like they're going to come out. The 5 of Wands came out in reverse. So I feel like they're going to come out of that depending on where their vibration is. Spirit told me it was important for me to say that. Yep. And they'll deal with the burdens. I feel like it's going to be heavy on them or it's going to be heavy on them, but I feel like because it's what you want, that it's going to be okay. Yeah, they're going to pick up and move on from it. Because that's what you want. The Death and the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Even though they're up in the air about it and they're not sure, they're going to do it for you. Okay? Definitely feel that. They're going to do it for you. Why? Because they don't want to lose your love and they don't want to lose your stability. Okay? So, at the conclusion, you have the Knight of Wands, which tells me that things are moving forward, more passion. Whatever you were reliving from the past, whether this be children or if there's some sort of separation, you're definitely coming back with each other, so you don't have to worry about that. So I feel like things are moving forward. There's passion, okay? There's that impulsiveness. So I feel like instead of I, it's we now. You have the Emperor. So there was some control taken, okay? The Star comes up in reverse because there was lack of faith here that this would happen. But that person took control, and now the wheel of fortune, the wheel has turned in your favor. Things are working out in your favor. The truth was spoken, and now spiritually you are being relieved from an injustice, right? And now you feel fulfilled in a way that you weren't before. See? Moving on. So I'm going to end this with an oracle card. Sagittarius Couples, Spirit, Divine Energy. What do you have for Sagittarius Couples? Goals. Set a goal, write it down, and release the outcome. Small steps make a big difference. So you are focused on your goals this month. You know what exactly you want and what you're attempting to achieve. With all that fiery energy behind you, you got it, okay? So like I said, the 1st and the 15th, you are going to slightly introduce it to them. You're not going to push it. But then it gets the wheels turning that that's what you want. And they're going to be afraid that you're going to leave. Okay? So for the extended reading, I'm going to talk about your influences, your partner's true feelings on the matter, and advice for you on how to introduce it slowly. Okay? So thank you so much for being here. I love you very much. I will see you next month. Love and light. Bye-bye.